Welcome to Movie Lounge, guys. I'm your host, Stephen Wassum. Thanks for joining us. So I'm doing something really quick right now to see if, because I'm trying to post this on Facebook, and we'll get into the dibble dabbles of it all. So this is now working out so well. Oh my goodness. So today, one of the things that we're going to talk about is reboots. And there's been a lot of reboots lately in the past. Oh man, it's been like a good decade or so. But the whole, and recently there's been more with the Disney doing reboots. There's been like Cinderella and stuff. And the, now forgetting the name, it's with Angelina Jolie. It's the Rapunzel remake, but it's on her side of it. And I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty of everything with how remakes have been lately going on. And I think that how Disney has been approaching it, because some people have been asking me, like, oh, why are they making a remake? Why are they doing all this stuff? Like, this sounds so boring. Like, why? We don't need any remakes. Or Hollywood can't come up with anything original, so that's why they're doing remakes or reboots. Not necessarily, because Hollywood, there's this like imaginary warehouse where they have all the scripts of original stuff in there. It's just they haven't gotten around to doing those, or they don't feel like, okay, this is something that's going to go on right now. Like say I'm going to throw vampire movies out there. It used to be widely popular back in like 2010 era. But if someone comes up with the original vampire movie, it's not going to be as popular now, because with comic book movies coming out, it's the whole new wave thing there. So a lot of people are just going for what's popular right now. The thing with Disney, though, is they're finding a niche with all their original animated films being done in live action. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm totally for that. And I wouldn't say like Cinderella's one of them, or I wouldn't say oh man, I'm gonna butcher the name. It's the one with Angelina Jolie, Magnifico. Like that, I could throw that in there as a remake, but it kind of started when they got really good with Jungle Book. When Jon Favreau made Jungle Book, a standing movie, really good, and I liked it a lot. And I think with how they're doing it now with Beauty and the Beast coming out, making, I think it's been over like $1 billion right now. And I think that they're on to something really good, because even though it's a remake, it's more of like a reboot. They're just rebooting everything. They're doing it the right way. They're introducing it in more of like state-of-the-art style. Like Jungle Book, when I saw it, was really good, and it was on par with everything I liked, and I enjoyed a lot of it. Like, because when you saw the movie Planet of the Apes, how their technology with CGI was really like mind-blowing. How cool this movie was. They took that technology and went with Jungle Book, and with that, they've allowed to do a lot more. And it's crazy how pretty much everything in that movie is CG, except for the kid. And I loved it. I watched it with my wife. She liked it a lot. And so I think how they're approaching that, they want to have generation growing up now be able to watch what I grew up with, what you grew up with. And so it allows you to be more artistic and more creative with it. Now with Lion King, I think it's going to be really, I wasn't so much for Beauty and the Beast. Like, not that I was hating on it. Trailers looked really great. It's just when I go see a movie, I want to I want to know my money is spent really well, and I know my money is going to be spent really well with DVDs. It's just for me, I have a particular taste in what I like to go see at movies, at the movie theater. Like say Star Wars, I'm definitely always going to save money specifically for that movie. Like John Wick 2, Logan. Like for me, I'm very particular of what I want to spend because I'm spending like what $18. Practically it seems like $18-20 per person almost with how the prices are going. But I feel like for me it's like okay, I'm spending this much money for a movie that's out in theaters. I want to go see a movie I know I'm going to enjoy. Not saying Beauty and the Beast I'm not going to enjoy it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. It's just something I just never, something I wouldn't really spend. Would I rent it? Yes, I have a good sound system. So definitely watching it at my place, I have a really good sound system. I'm going to get engaged. I'm going to be engulfed in it. So, and then, but with Lion King, I know I want to go see it because I adored that movie growing up and I liked it a lot. And so I just, for some reason, I just like how they're going. And I know they're doing a live action Aladdin. I'm not too particular with Will Smith. I think he's being rumored to be the genie. Not really. It's more of like, okay, I have faith kind of thing. Like, I have faith that they know what they're doing, so I'm going to go with that. I just feel like he wouldn't be my first pick, but who knows? You never know. When it finally comes out, it's like when the trailer comes out, I might enjoy it. I'm like, okay, it works. So there's good things about it. These movies are, and I always say, if a movie's been out for like 20 plus years, make a remake or reboot it. Like, there's no problem in that. If it's been like a few years, it's okay. It's been kind of like too soon to make a remake or a reboot. So there's some guidelines. Okay, if you're gonna make a reboot or a remake, how long has the movie been out since? If it's been 10 years, I don't think it needs to because it's still fresh in our minds. If it's been 20 years, yeah, you could do it. If it's been 25 years, you're hitting that point where it's like, I remember that movie a little bit, but I would like to see it done now with the technology because I know they're rebooting or remaking. I think they're just rebooting Rocketeer, doing Rocketeer 2. That movie deserves it because it's been out for a very long time, but not many people remember it, but the technology's here to make it look cool. Like the same thing with Tron Legacy. Maybe not the best sequel for Tron, but the technology's there to help it better. So visually, it looked really cool. Visually, it's one of my favorite movies, but story-wise, it's not my favorite movie at all. I love the music in that movie. So those are the main guidelines I feel when going to a studio and be like, hey, I want to remake something. Like, I know that they're remaking Scarface, and some people are like, why are they doing that? And it's like, it's been a remake of a remake of an original. Like, why not? If it's going down that path, I think it's really cool how they're doing. I think it's going to be set in Los Angeles, so it's going to be Latino style of the Scarface, which is really cool, and I think that's going to be really, really nice. Living in Los Angeles, seeing how the atmosphere is there, I think that's going to be really cool. So yeah, it does come down to how many years it's been around. Will the technology help it? Will the technology help advance the film more into something that people are going to like? So I think with Disney, Disney can do no wrong. I have a very personal, I'm not a big fan of Disney in some ways, but on like a personal level, I'm not. But I was coming from like a filmmaker standpoint and just as someone who enjoys movies, they're doing something really cool. They're pretty much monopolizing on pretty much two main studio franchises, Lucasfilm and Marvel. And they're now seeing, okay, we got skin in this game. We can do pretty much anything we want with making really good movies. And I think with doing And I think they're doing Peter Pan, Snow White. I think they're doing a Cinderella. I know they're doing all the original animated cartoon shows into live action. So it's, I mean, I'm all for it, and I think it's going to be really cool. And I know one other person asked me about Transformers, and I just, oh man, the thing about Transformers is, I think it is a franchise that's like an ex-girlfriend. And I've told my wife this, and she's kind of gives me this look like you're weird, but it's, I haven't been wrong about this theory that Transformers is like an ex-girlfriend. Like when you have an ex-girlfriend, you and you kind of go back to them, you know you're going to be disappointed, but you still go back. It's one of those exes, and I've had those before in the past, and they're not fun. But somehow you get sucked back in it. Not saying I'm going to go back to any of my exes. I'm happily married, but I'm just throwing that out there that that's what it feels like sometimes. That you just feel disappointed. And the crazy thing is, the past Transformers movies, those trailers look insanely awesome, and they just make it feel like, okay, this is gonna be the coolest Transformers ever, and it isn't. And it's kind of gone down. The first one is my favorite, hands down. It's the best Transformers because there's nothing else that's really good. Then you keep going, and the crazy thing is, it makes money. It's kind of like Fast and Furious, where that should have died years ago, but it's making money now. It's becoming really good, and Transformers just keeps making money, so they're gonna still make it. From what I heard, and I don't know if this is actually true or not, they had like 5 or 6 writers in the writing room, really good writers, and they made the Transformers. From what I understand, now that they have announced that they're going to make 14 more Transformers, that the rumor is that they've been writing stories for the future Transformers films. If that's the case, okay, but I feel like Michael Bay is ruining it. And I saw the new Transformers trailer, didn't like it. I was just like, this is just, it looks okay. I know I'm going to be suckering into seeing it because it's Transformers. And I grew up on Transformers. I'm one of those kids that love Transformers. And I'm going to go see it. My hope is, since this is a bad trailer, that it's the first opposite. That's going to be a really good movie. If that's the case, then make the shittiest Transformer trailer you could possibly imagine and have really good movies. And that's how I feel, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be like. I'm just hoping for it. And so that's going to be very interesting to go see. I'm not particularly excited about Transformers. I'm kind of over it now, but I'm going to give this a chance, even though I've given it a second, third, fourth chance. Maybe let's hope, because I saw 13 Hours, and Michael Bay is a great director. He's a phenomenal director when it comes to action. He knows it. He knows how to do all that stuff. He got it. And 13 Hours is a phenomenal movie. I was emotionally driven by this movie. I was emotionally drained from this movie. And it's like, make those movies. Just go do Bad Boys 3. I want to see that. I want to see him do that, but it's for some reason they're not doing it right now, and he's just stuck on Transformers. And I just hope that he just makes, if this is his truly last Transformers movie he's going to direct, I hope he just ends off on a good note. That's all. If not, then you crapping on Transformers. And then some people are asking me about why do studios announce like 6 more sequels when the movie hasn't been released yet. And I say to that, that's putting all your eggs in the basket. For example, Power Rangers came out and was a total doom fest. I have not seen that movie. I will not see that movie. You might have to pay me a good amount of money to see it. I have no interest in seeing it because it's just another CW, DC, or Marvel movie. Not trying to tie in Marvel and DC together. Or Marvel, and yeah, I'm not trying to tie those in or to CW. Nope, not going to do that. I'm just saying it has that like superhero kind of feel to it. And with Power Rangers, it's more of just a niche for a specific group of people who liked Power Rangers growing up. I was more personally a fan of Voltron. I want them to make that. Love the Netflix series when it came out the first season. I haven't watched the second season. So I think with Power Rangers, when you think, ooh, this is gonna be really good. So I felt like they jumped the gun, like we're gonna make six more. You cannot make a sequel when you haven't broken a certain amount. And I think what it is, it's 120 to 150 million dollars, somewhere in there. It's kind of like that sign where we can make a sequel. We have the money. If you make that much, then yeah, most studios will push out for a sequel, but you have to make a lot of money. Like, let's say you opened up with, I think it was Fast Five or Furious the Fate or whatever the eighth Fast and Furious movie was, and they did like I think it was like $500 million opening weekend worldwide. If you make something like that, yeah, you have the money to back up doing a sequel. So, and another question was, how did I feel about Justice League trailer? I'm if I'm having a hard time getting the vibe with or getting excited with DC's movies recently. The animations are really good. I like the animation movies. But the thing about Justice League is it's just Avengers. It's literally they have everything going backwards. I know Ben Affleck's not directing. On Honeymoon was actually excited about that. I was very intrigued, and I was like, "Ooh, this is a movie I'm gonna enjoy." Didn't enjoy it, so I feel like DC is just in this weird place where it's just like they're trying really hard to compete with Marvel, and that's the problem. Marvel is a monstrous franchise making really good movies. I feel like Marvel can make a terrible movie and people would still be like, it wasn't that bad. And that's going real deep into like making a crap movie. Like they gambled really well, and with Doctor Strange, really good. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think was the best gamble, and they've succeeded. And I think when I saw Wonder Woman, it looks interesting. I'll give it that one. But it's just Captain America, and I feel like they're kind of ripping off of Marvel a little bit with all their movies. I'm not. And the problem though is I think Justice League comes out pretty close before 3 comes out, and it's just they're playing chicken with Marvel, and Marvel's gonna win. It's just there's nothing that DC has done that can prove that they can make a movie that can take on. And I know everyone's like, oh, it's just Marvel's all about jokes and stuff. Marvel knows how to make kid-friendly superhero movies, and they're doing very well at it. And they've made some very darkish movies. Civil War, Winter Soldier. Doctor Strange was very much into the whole like death and just everything about that side of it. Very darkish a little bit, but still light enough for people to kind of enjoy it and just grasp the message about it. So I've seen a lot of good movies out this year. I saw Logan, which is probably my favorite comic book movie as of right now. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to do a live stream and just talk about reboots and remakes because I feel like that's become kind of a big thing going on. Major thing right now. It's with Disney making all these remakes. I don't know why I say remakes. It's a reboot of all their movies. I think remakes are just they're not that good. But with reboots, you have a little bit because you're still following the original story, but you're just giving it a new aspect. So yeah, again, if you guys want more live shows, let me know in the comments below, or you can email me at themovielounge15@gmail.com and just talk to me and just hey, I want this question answered. I'll answer them. I have no problem with that at all. So I'm trying to get the show back running again. I've been really busy with doing all kinds of other stuff. Married life is really busy. It's a second job, so more like a full-time first job, second job. But yeah, so I'm trying to get it going back. I'm starting another show called the Film Duo, and it's more of just people talking about movies that we can review. My wife and I are doing it. You can check us out on Facebook at Film Duo, and we come up with a challenge where she picks a movie and I pick a movie, and sometimes the movies we haven't seen or she's seen and I haven't seen, or I've seen she hasn't seen, and we watch them, and it's kind of like anonymous, and it's really cool because you pick which movie you enjoyed more. It's not which one was better. It's which one. Sometimes it's which one was better, but sometimes it's which one you've enjoyed. And you can follow us. We're going to start doing one where we announce the two movies so you guys can watch them. And then when we watch them, we can all talk about it. And it's really cool. And we'll even film us talking about it before. I know we're doing Guardians of the Galaxy soon, and we're going to go see that. And we'll probably talk about it and stuff. So it'll be kind of like a movie review channel, more as this is more of a Q&A where I'm answering questions that you guys have. You guys have come up with really good questions and really good topics for us to talk about, and I want to branch more into that. So yeah, if you guys want to, let's get more engaged, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. You have a good day.